Welcome to the Race Class Academy, Level 4, The Wages of Whiteness. So why would we think a race class approach would actually work? By now you've probably realized that coming together across racial lines to defend ourselves against power elites is actually an old ideal. This ideal led African Americans and poor whites to join together after the Civil War. Martin Luther King hoped it could spark a poor people's campaign in the late 1960s. Why might this time be different? The crux is what we can call the wages of whiteness. These wages are psychological. The comfort of believing you belong, of seeing people like you in positions of power and esteem. The wages are material, access to better schools, jobs, neighborhoods. Even as recently as the late 1960s, the wages of whiteness were simply too high for most whites to give them up in exchange for the speculative benefits of a new integrated society. And the wages of whiteness are not just relevant to whites. Many people of color can claim some advantage in being lighter. For them too, the wages of whiteness are part of their calculation, conscious or unconscious. And even those who cannot claim whiteness need to make this calculation. Can they count on white or light allies, confident that those allies have their own reasons for being true and committed partners in a multiracial movement? Well, look at the wages of whiteness today. The psychological benefits are more like penalties. Donald Trump, the marchers in Charlottesville, these today are the public faces of white pride. And the material wages, sure, some benefits of being white remain, but these are crumbs. Dog whistling encourages people to vote to protect whiteness, and over the last 50 years in exchange, they've received scarcity for themselves and boom times for Wall Street. In other words, the wages of whiteness today are decisively negative, and that means this may be the best opportunity in the long history of our society to convince a majority of Americans to stop being racial pawns in a game for the rich.